Welcome to Simple Mindspace, the podcast dedicated to helping you master your personal finances, achieve financial freedom, and unlock your full potential. Today, we're diving deep into a principle that has transformed countless lives, including my own. It's called the compound effect, and it holds the key to achieving extraordinary results in every area of your life. Now, you might be thinking, another self-help principle? What's so special about this one? Well, let me tell you, the compound effect is not your typical get-rich-quick scheme or overnight success formula. It's a time-tested principle, a fundamental truth that operates whether you're aware of it or not. It's like gravity. It's always working, silently shaping your outcomes. The beauty of the compound effect lies in its simplicity. It's about the power of small, smart choices repeated consistently over time. It's the accumulation of seemingly insignificant actions that, when compounded, lead to radical transformations. Think of it like a penny that doubles in value every day for a month. On the first day, it's just a penny, but by the end of the month, it's worth millions. That's the magic of compounding. Now, you might be skeptical. You might be thinking, small changes? Really? How can those make a significant difference? Well, let me share a personal story that illustrates the profound impact of the compound effect. My journey with this principle began at a very young age, thanks to my father. My parents divorced when I was just 18 months old, and my dad, a former university football coach, raised me as a single parent. He wasn't the warm and fuzzy type. He was all about discipline, hard work, and personal responsibility. Every morning at 6 a.m. sharp, the sound of iron pounding concrete would jolt me awake. My dad was in our garage, situated conveniently next to my bedroom, relentlessly working out. Rain or shine, he never missed a day. He lived by the mantra, no pain, no gain, and he instilled that mindset in me. I had more chores than a housekeeper and a gardener combined. Raking leaves, weeding the garden, sweeping the garage, washing dishes, you name it, I did it. There were no excuses for falling behind in school either. Showing bone was the only acceptable reason to miss a day, a term my dad brought from his coaching days, meaning you had to be seriously injured to even consider sitting on the sidelines. My dad believed that hard work could compensate for any lack of talent, intelligence, or experience. If your competitor is smarter, more talented, or more experienced, he'd say, you just need to work 3 or 4 times as hard. You can still beat them. He lived by his words, transitioning from a football coach to a top salesperson, then a manager, and eventually the owner of his own company. He never spoon-fed us instructions. He believed in figuring things out, in taking personal responsibility. Good grades were celebrated with trips to the local ice cream parlor, where we'd indulge in king-sized banana splits. Falling short meant staying home. It was a powerful motivator. My dad's discipline became my foundation. I wanted to make him proud, and I lived in fear of disappointing him. By age 12, I had mastered a schedule worthy of a CEO. I had my chores, my schoolwork, and my own little ventures, all carefully planned and executed. By 18, I was earning a 6-figure income in my own business. At 20, I owned my own home in an upscale neighborhood. At 24, my income exceeded $1 million a year. And by 27, I was a self-made millionaire, running a business generating over $50 million in revenue. Now, I'm not sharing this to brag. I'm sharing it to illustrate the power of the compound effect. My dad, through his example and relentless discipline, instilled in me the habits and mindset that paved the way for my success. But let's face it, most people haven't had this kind of coaching. We've been conditioned to expect instant results, quick fixes, and overnight transformations. We're bombarded with marketing messages that promise miraculous outcomes with minimal effort. We've lost sight of the value of hard work, discipline, and consistency. The compound effect is a long game, not a short sprint. It requires patience, perseverance, and a belief in the power of small, consistent actions. Let me give you another example to demonstrate this principle in action. Imagine 3 friends, all earning similar incomes, living in the same neighborhood, and leading relatively average lives. Friend number 1, let's call him Larry, plods along, content with his routine, occasionally complaining about his lack of progress. Friend number 2, Scott, decides to make a few small changes. He starts reading 10 pages of a good book every day and listening to 30 minutes of inspirational audio during his commute. He also cuts 125 calories from his daily diet. Small changes, right? Friend number 3, Brad, indulges in a few bad habits. He buys a new big screen TV, starts experimenting with calorie-laden recipes, and adds an alcoholic drink to his weekly routine. Again, seemingly insignificant choices. After 5 months, there are no noticeable differences between the 3 friends. But fast forward 31 months, and the transformations are startling. Brad has gained weight, his job is unfulfilling, and his marriage is on the rocks. Larry is pretty much where he started, only a bit more bitter. Scott, on the other hand, has lost over 30 pounds, earned a promotion, and his marriage is thriving. He's also invested nearly 1,000 hours in personal development, expanding his knowledge, skills, and mindset. The difference? Scott harnessed the power of the compound effect. He made small, smart choices and stuck with them consistently over time. The results were profound. Now, you might be thinking, that's great for Scott, but what about me? Where do I even begin? Well, the first step is to take 100% responsibility for your life. Stop blaming external circumstances, other people, or bad luck. Own your choices, your actions, and your outcomes. Next, identify your why. What truly motivates you? What are your deepest desires, your core values, your ultimate goals? Your why is your fuel, your driving force, your source of unwavering motivation. Once you have your why firmly established, it's time to break down your goals into small, manageable steps. Remember, the compound effect is about consistency, not intensity. It's about making those small, positive choices day in and day out. Now, here's a powerful tool that has helped me tremendously: tracking. Take a small notebook and start tracking your behaviors in one area of your life you want to improve. If you want to lose weight, track everything you eat and drink. If you want to get out of debt, track every penny you spend. If you want to improve your relationships, track your interactions and your efforts to nurture those connections. Tracking might sound simple, even tedious, but it's incredibly effective. It brings awareness to your actions, helps you identify patterns, and holds you accountable. Start with one habit for 1 week. Commit to tracking every day without exception. You'll be amazed by the insights you gain and the changes you start making simply by becoming more aware of your choices. After a week, you'll likely be in shock. You'll see those calories, those pennies, those minutes slipping away without you even realizing it. Keep going for another 2 weeks, and you'll start to experience the power of the compound effect. You'll make more conscious choices, resist temptations, and see your efforts accumulating. 3 weeks is a good benchmark for establishing a new habit. It's not a magic number, but it's a solid starting point. As you track your progress, focus on addition, not subtraction. Instead of depriving yourself, think about what you can add to enrich your life. Add healthy foods to your diet, add inspiring books to your reading list, add activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Another powerful strategy is to find a success buddy, someone who shares your goals and will hold you accountable. It could be a friend, a colleague, or even a family member. Having someone to cheer you on, celebrate your wins, and help you stay on track can make a huge difference. Remember, change is hard. You'll face resistance, both internal and external. There will be days when you want to give up, when you feel like your efforts are futile. That's when you need to tap into your why, remind yourself of your goals, and celebrate even the smallest victories. The compound effect is a journey, not a destination. It's a lifelong process of continuous improvement. Be patient with yourself, embrace the challenges, and celebrate your progress along the way. And don't forget to pay it forward. Share your knowledge, your insights, and your experiences with others. Help them unlock their potential and achieve their dreams. The more you give, the more you'll receive. Now I want to leave you with a challenge. Take one action, one small step today to put the compound effect to work in your life. Start tracking a habit, define your why, find a success buddy, or simply read a few pages of an inspiring book. Don't wait for tomorrow. The best time to start is now. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to Simple Mind Space. And remember, the power to transform your life lies within you. Start small, stay consistent, and watch the magic of the compound effect unfold.